call meeting to order and stand for the pledge if you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call order, roll call, starting on my right.
Councilperson Josh Arn. Councilperson Brent Byer.
Mayor Jimmy John King.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah Olson.
Looking for approval of the agenda for tonight.
I'll make that motion.
Any additions over there? Hearing none, we have a motion. We got a second from Craig. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Next will be the approval of the regular meeting minutes of June 28th, 2022.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. That'll take us to finance and budget. We've got the accounts payable. We've got the additional accounts payable, and we've got the list number 3 with it. So, any questions? Ask to Carla, our finance director.
What's GO tax abatement note?
That's our general obligation tax abatement, oh, so that's, we did that upfront tax abatement for flats.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any other questions or discussion on the accounts payable? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll take us into motions and general business. First item tonight under motions and general business. Consideration of a lot split and preliminary plat. I'm having a momentary problem here. There we go. Marty Land Development LLC has submitted a lot split and preliminary plat request for Peterson 8th subdivision. The preliminary plat submittal was not complete and his engineer Les Conway has resubmitted and waiting on comments from our city engineer. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on July 5th and are recommending approval of the lot split and preliminary plat, subject to the engineer's review letter. You want 2 motions on this?
I do.
So what we're gonna be looking for, first motion will be approval of the lot split for Peterson 8th subdivision. Do you wanna speak to that at all from P and C?
No, the lot split is just so they can take the 3.4 acre purchase that they have, the land that they have, so they can put the 10 lots on it, so pretty straightforward.
You are developer.
Yes, I'm like Marty.
Okay. Any questions for the developer? All right, our first motion will be approval of lot split for Peterson 8th subdivision. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. Next motion is approval of the preliminary plat for Peterson's 8th subdivision, subject to approval from city engineer Holber Nolte. Would you like to speak to that again?
Yeah, the same thing, once Shannon gives the okay, as long as she gives the okay, we're okay with it.
Any question for our guest? From anybody?
So we have, there's a letter from the engineer dated June 30th, which would have been before the July 5th meeting. Is there an additional letter forthcoming besides that?
I think she was gone before, she was gone during that time. So,
Okay.
I think they're waiting on the review,
Yeah,
there'll be
so
another letter.
Les resubmitted some things and Jenna's been on vacation and now it's been, it's had COVID, so those 2 will work it out. So to save time, so we don't have to come back and have another meeting, we're asking for.
All right, we have a motion on this one.
Make that motion.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the preliminary plat. Do we have a
I'll
second?
second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down.
Yep.
Wish you the best of luck. Next item, consideration of master contract for MnDOT. And you're fine to go if you want.
Yeah, thank you, enjoy the short meeting, hopefully you get out when the sun's still up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. MnDOT master contract. The city has been notified by MnDOT existing master contract between MnDOT and the city of Stewartville expired on June 30th, 2022. The attached document is a master contract for council consideration. The contract is a 5-year term ending June 30th, 2027. If the city accepts and approves this contract, the city engineer then has the authority to work with MnDOT to both request service from and or to provide services to MnDOT if requested by the city. When specific services are requested, the parties must enter into a work order. Staff, along with city engineer Jen Obernolte, has reviewed the contract, has recommended approval. Contract is there for your perusal. So the motion in front of the council would be to approve the resolution entering into the contract with MnDOT. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or discussion? None, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. That'll take us out of motions and general business, takes us to mayor, staff, consultant reports. Mayor's report tonight. City of Stewartville would like to send their sympathies to the families of Sharon Blyfus, Mary Lou Stewart, Lance Larson, and Robert Holtzworth. And if you get a chance, Knut Jorgensen celebrating his 87th birthday at the Legion. Stop in and wish him happy birthday. If you want to have a really good time this weekend, Racine Lions 38th Annual Chicken Barbecue and Dance down at Racine. It's always a good time down there. Get rid of all them chickens around town. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce, the Public Works, especially thank you again, you guys put in a good one again, Sean. And the many, many volunteers who made Summerfest another one to remember. And it was, started out a little shaky there the one day, but she turned into a big, good deal, and we had a lot of people in town again. But don't forget, the Community Foundation is holding their 3rd annual golf tournament on August 6th at Oak Summit. It'd be really nice if we could all be there and help support this great program. They have a lot of good grants they hand out, and it's just a great bunch of people for our community. Don't forget the Wednesday night concerts. We've only got 3 left. Tomorrow night will be a good one again. It's the Smoking Coyotes. Another good night coming up, it looks like. I guess if I was ever gonna plan an event, I'd have the foundation plan it, because it seems like every one they pick, every date's always a nice date. The weather's perfect. So thank you for that. That's all I've got tonight. City Administrator Bill, what do you got?
Yeah, reports in your packet. The only thing I'm gonna comment on, if you saw that little section about Homestead County and their legislative analyst, we did pick the date and time, so that'll be Monday, the 25th at 9 a.m. I realize that conflicts with many of you in your work schedules, but today we met with Deputy Administrator, because we're gonna start again on our lobbying for 15th. And so this will be one of the big items we'll hit that day, because then the thinking is they can help lobby for funding, whether it's through the state, or the county, township, city.
That through roll
we
call,
work
or-
together. Pardon?
That with roll call you're talking about, or just right through?
This is just with the county, and basically they're, this person will be with the county board. And so the administrator and the current commissioner may attend too, so
Okay.
I'll be there, and then if any of you can, feel free to stop by that morning.
Bill, I had a question. As people energy go up, why is there gonna be planned outages this summer? Is it because their lines, their transmission lines, or?
Yeah, I tried to highlight in there, if you read that page, it's just due to the demand, the lockdown.
So demand, not the lines that need to be updated?
It's big well lines too, they need more lines across the country, and it's not just it's all of them in this region. So a lot of the cooperatives are sending out the same message. This was people's message to all of our customers. But if you go through the one page, it highlights the main summary reasons. And so if any of you do get questions from citizens, they're gonna keep working with the business and the industries here. But if you get residential questions, refer to that page, and I don't remember if I put it in the thing, but I'll get it for you again. It's in that presentation, that PowerPoint.
Just a little shocking, but
Yeah, one of the big difficulties they said was obviously need more lines, but it's tough getting property to put lines in because nobody wants the lines going across their property. But the demand for electricity continues, so.
Any other questions for Bill? Thanks, Bill. We'll take us to Finance Director's report, Carla.
Just plucking away, working on the 2023 preliminary budget, trying to get through all of that. We did get our first half tax payments came into the city, so that has come in to help replenish our budget there. And just kind of business as usual, but just a reminder to you guys, if you have items that you want to be planning for the preliminary budget for 2023, please let me know.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Finance Director? All right, thanks, Carla. Sean, Public Works Director's report.
There's a report in there, a couple things I wanted to talk about was, just Jeremiah can add in the student park board meeting last night. They did vote to, seek bids and go the goat route on the buckthorn removal out of Bear Cave.
Really?
So and it has to go through you guys as far as give you a heads up that I will go solicit bids for it, and see where we sit with it before you would approve, obviously based on what the bids are. We talked about maybe that's a separate line item that has to be approved in the budget, that's why we would do it now, so for next year's budget, that might be something that gets just to take care of that, because it's kind of unforeseen that, we've known it for a few years, but, we need to address it at some point, because we get calls on it. So, Jeremiah, do you have anything to add on that?
No, I think you kind of covered it.
And then the other is Rolling Ridge Playground, we're gonna get started putting that in, but we're gonna wait till after our August 1st meeting with the park board, because they wanna meet out there to decide how we're gonna sit on the property. And then the last thing, Josh had sent me a question about ponds, that people have posted pictures of Georgetown Pond, which still is a problem. It has improved, we're getting better, but we don't want to, I told Josh that if we add too much, we deplete the oxygen, we get a fish kill. That pond, I think, is worse because it's in a nicer area of town that fertilizes the ground, and the nitrates are what cause algae blooms. So it's getting better by what we're doing, but we're inching it up slowly so that we don't get a mess by having a fish kill and have stinky area that the whole neighborhood's upset on. So, other ponds that we've done with the smaller ponds, first time we treated them, they're crystal clear, I mean, they look good a short time after, but that one's a little more difficult to get there, so we're inching our way up to it.
All right. Any other questions for Public Works Director? Thanks, Sean. Tell the guys thanks a lot. Pull off another good Summerfest with their help. No city engineer report, no library director report, but we got Fire Chief Vance Swish's report.
June was relatively busy for us, 55 calls, 47 medicals, 3 lift assists. Had 2 outside fire calls and then 3 motor vehicle accidents. So nothing that we couldn't handle by any means. We did send the apparatus committee over to Pierce to do a pre-construction meeting on engine 3. They made a few modifications, but the report back I got from them was still to keep us within the budget that you guys approved. If it goes beyond that, obviously I'll come talk to Gold about it, and we'll talk about what we need to do with that. But they believe we're going to stay within the budget approved by City Council, so that's a good thing. We were able to get all the fire pumps tested, and then also the aerial truck tested. The aerial truck's got a couple of hydraulic leaks that we'll fix, but everything went fine on that. And then we were just busy with the 4th of July activities, doing fireworks as usual.
And you did a wonderful job again until the guys sang, so.
Yeah,
Great
the
job.
fireworks team is awesome. They do a great job.
Great job again this year.
The interesting thing was our 5 new recruits that came out of the department, all of them helped set up fireworks this year. So it was nice to, Steve Wolf and Jared Jones, who are the 2 licensed technicians, said the wiring went quicker than it has in a number of years, but the more hands you have, the better it goes.
Love to hear that. Any questions for Chief? Thank you, Chief. Pool Director, Jake, you got an update?
Just kinda giving you the numbers right now. You're on pace for about 10,000 patrons a month. That does not include swim lessons, which would be on track for last year. 4th of July activities went well when it wasn't raining. Teen Swim got 124 teenagers. And First Farmers donated 1,000 sunglasses to kids. So if you see them walk around with white sunglasses, that's what it is. So there's a lot of them walking around. They were happy.
What's the point about the aerobics ladies?
Well, they're still waiting for their guest appearance.
What time of the day is that?
Well, it's tonight at 8 o'clock.
Well, by golly, we might be out here tonight. Would they be surprised?
They'd be happy.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jake. Any questions for Jake? Everything else is running smoothly?
Yep.
Thank you. You're doing a good job. That takes us out of that into committee, commission, and board reports. First one will be Chamber of Commerce report. Now, we've got the third quarter invite in there. And with Beach Ranch. And you can go and talk about school referendum if you wanna get there. So take note of that and get there if you get the opportunity. EDA, HRA, meeting next week. Finance,
Nothing,
library,
nothing.
park board,
We met last night, Sean pretty much covered all the 5 points, so.
personnel. Nothing right now. Planning and zoning.
Met last week and had, one item on our agenda tonight.
Public safety. Public works. Ready?
Minutes in your packet, nothing too spectacular to report right at this meeting.
Roll call.
No report.
Nothing from Transit Advisory Committee. Under communications, we got the SEMLM minutes. That'll take us to open mic. City Council welcomes and encourages that your comments must be part of our final motion of the evening. Make a motion to adjourn. Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries, we're adjourned.